All right, guys, I'm going to a comic convention. I'm going to talk about 3 books I'm targeting for that show and a couple special guests coming on too. They're going to let you know about the books they're also targeting. Hey guys, my first ever variant for Dynamite Comics is available right now on Indiegogo. The link is below in the description if you want to back this campaign. Here's the cover. Chris Capagna just did magic on there. Invincible, Red Sonja, number 2. Again, available right now on Indiegogo. Check out in the description the link. All right, guys, we're going to be heading up to that comic show in New Hampshire. Me, the fellows from Pressable Defects, we are going to go over a bunch of books that we are targeting. But first, if you could please hit that subscription button, hit that notification bell. Slight changes to the channel here, guys. Content now coming out Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You want the notification bell clicked so it lets you know when the content comes out. If you enjoy this video, hit the thumbs up. And of course, I want to hear from you down in the comments section. What books are you targeting for your next upcoming convention? So first up, I'm actually going to swing it over to my boy Jay. Let's see what 3 books he's targeting.
What is up, Gary? What is up, Defects? It's the Butcher 105 from Pressable Defects. And guys, we are headed to the Little Giant Old School Comic Book Show in Concord, New Hampshire. It's going to be a blast. So Gary contacted me. He wanted 3 things that I'm going to be picking up Saturday, April 24th at this show. The first thing I'm going to be looking for is probably a lawyer, because Friday night's going to be absolutely crazy. It's a boys' weekend out. Nothing better than hanging out with the fellas and then hitting a comic book show. But all jokes aside, guys. First on my list, Marvel Premiere number 15, first appearance of Iron Fist. The reason this is on my list is because it hasn't exploded yet. It has gone up, but it hasn't exploded. I think the MCU is going to do big things with Shang-Chi and this whole martial arts aspect of, these characters. So definitely going to grab myself 1, maybe even 2 Marvel Premiere number 15s. Next up, guys, Avengers number 48. I'm so excited for Kit Harington to play Dane Whitman. It's the first appearance of Dane Whitman as the Black Knight. Another book that's gone up but hasn't exploded. I think there's still time on this book. And I think once he is seen on the big screen, this book's going to go absolutely crazy. So that's number 2 on my list. Number 3, last but not least, Captain America number 168. The first appearance of Baron Helmut Zemo. Super excited to find this book, guys. It's still relatively cheap, and we've seen what Baron Zemo has been doing on Falcon and Winter Soldier. An absolute fan favorite. He's definitely not gone. I think he's going to have a reoccurring role throughout the MCU, so probably my best pick and what I'm most likely to add to my personal collection, Captain America 168, first appearance of Baron Zemo. Guys, looking forward to the show. Tune in to Pressable Defects. We're going to be doing live coverage for CBSI. Tune in to Gary. Find out what we get, guys. Catch you on the next one.
All right, those are 3 really good picks. You've got that Marvel Premiere 15, first appearance of Iron Fist. There's room for this book. We haven't seen him, and I have a feeling too. I agree with Jay. I think he's coming. I think we're going to get a little bit of martial arts stuff, especially with Shang-Chi coming. What was number 2 on his list here? Oh, Avengers 48, first Black Knight. This is actually the second Dane Whitman. He appears first in 47, but 48 has that value. That's a great cover. You get Black Knight on the cover. That book, expect that one to really start climbing. It already has, but expect it to keep going. Last, we've got that Baron Zemo book, Cap 168. I don't think Zemo's going anywhere. I think he's going to be around for a bit. These are 3 great books from Jay. Keep an eye out. Hopefully we have some post-convention videos, and we'll see how we did with these. So with that, now I'm going to send it over to Matty Forge, and let's see which 3 books he decides to target.
All right, so I was told we can only pick 3 books. So the 3 main keys that I'm targeting at the Little Giant Comic Show in New Hampshire are going to be, first up, from DC. Yes, showing DC some love. I got Green Lantern number 87. First Green Lantern John Stewart, and second Green Lantern Guy Gardner, that iconic cover. Guys, wanted to show DC a little love, but I needed some DC keys in my life. I don't have too many in the PC. This one's good for both. PC book, investment book. There's a Green Lantern series we think coming to HBO Max. Jon Stewart's going to be in there. That's what they're saying. So this is good either way. I love it when you can have a book that is great for investment and great for the PC also. All right. So that's book number 1. Book number 2, guys, you heard me talk about it over on the Pressable Defects channel for a long time now. Hero for Hire number 1 from Marvel. First appearance of Luke Cage, well undervalued right now compared to when the Netflix series was ongoing with that character, with Luke Cage. I think there's not a full confirmation, but a strong rumor from Kevin Feige saying he wanted to do a Heroes for Hire series with Luke Cage and Iron Fist. So that's why I'm definitely going to be targeting a first appearance of Luke Cage. And last up, guys, another book we've been talking about for a while, well undervalued, Avengers number 48 from Marvel. First appearance of Dane Whitman as the Black Knight, not the first appearance of Dane Whitman. That's in 47. I have one of those already. I wanted to get a 48. That seems to be the money book here. This is a book that's definitely gone up in value, but it's far from its peak. Far from it, guys. Kit Harington signed on for 5 or 6 pictures to play this character. I believe this is going to be a linchpin in the MCU for the next couple phases. They're going to build it around him, kind of the way they build it around Tony Stark. So those are the 3 books that I'm targeting. Obviously, there's a ton of other little books that are always running through the head when you're flipping through the back issues, but these are the 3, I'll call them wall books, that I'm going to be targeting.
All right, Green Lantern 87. I totally agree with Matt on this book. DC books cannot keep up with Marvel. It makes me think that there's room for them to grow. And if we start seeing these Green Lantern characters showing up, we're going to start seeing those prices start to climb, especially if they're good programs. If the show is good for HBO Max, why wouldn't this book climb? Along with the Guy Gardner. Why not? Although I don't think Guy is scheduled to be in the show, but definitely Jon Stewart. Second book on his list, Hero for Hire number 1. Another great pick. And do you see here between Jay and Matt, you've got Marvel Premiere 15, first Iron Fist. You have Heroes for Hire number 1, first Luke Cage. You kind of see where people are looking. A lot of those Bronze Age books, there's so much room there. Prices are climbing on a lot of them, but there's still room to grow. And of course, look, they picked the same book, Avengers 48. We already discussed it, but again, this is that Black Knight, beautiful cover. Definitely more expensive than the Avengers 47. So nice pick from these guys. And now, how about you hear from me? First one on my list. This is just not a surprise to anyone who watches the channel. Everyone knows how much I love this book. Everyone knows how much I target this book. And there's room for this book to grow. This is Fantastic Four Annual 6, the first appearance of Franklin Richards and the first appearance of Annihilus. I don't know which one is more important at this point, to be honest with you. I keep thinking Annihilus, but then I think Franklin Richards is really important to that recent Secret Wars arc, but it's Annihilus. He's such a badass, but it's Franklin Richards. There could be room there. So anyway, how do you not appreciate a Silver Age key that has 2 first appearances in it? Again, a Fantastic Four Annual 6. I love it. And Annihilus is on the cover, so how do you beat that? Moving on, I'm going to jump all the way from Silver Age and come all the way up to modern here. This is Hulk number 1, first appearance of the Red Hulk. There are rumors behind this book that he is coming in the She-Hulk Disney Plus series. I have no idea if there is, but I have a sneaky suspicion that I could find this book between like $20 and $30, maybe $40. Just people are unaware of it. I know it's going for more than that on eBay, but I'm going to try to keep an eye out. I want to pay somewhere between $20 and $50. That's what I want for a nice, super high-grade copy. That's what I want, that little window. So I'm going to keep my eye out. I'm going to look all over the place, and we'll see if I end up with it. Last but not least, we're going back to the Silver Age. Back and forth. Avengers number 10, the first appearance of Immortus. With Kang coming, and Immortus, and the Loki series, and the Ant-Man, I just feel like he's got to show up. And not only that, I think this book's a little undervalued. We're talking about Avengers number 10 here, guys. First appearance of Immortus. I think there's a lot of room for this book to grow. watch out for any of the time hopping stuff, like, again, Immortus and Kang with the Loki series and the Ant-Man again. I think there's room for this book. So those are the books we're all targeting. Again, let me know down below. Number one, even if you're coming to the convention. Number two, what books are you targeting? There's a lot out there. There's a lot of undervalued books still out there. So get them now. We're watching the hobby climb literally before our eyes. This hobby is growing and books are getting out of reach. So you got to get them when they're fair market value, like very like under that fair market value, because it's going to start climbing and getting away from us quickly. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Hopefully I see you at the convention if you are going. And as always, keep it comics.